Hello students, today we are going to start with the miscellaneous exercise of chapter 6. So here also the questions are available with the mixed form. So let's try to discuss some questions. Theoretically what already we have discussed, various type of question based on a rate of increase, rate of decrease, secondly approximate evaluation, then maxima, minima evaluation, tangent and normal form. So here everything we have to discuss based on the question availability. So in order to that, here first we are going to start with the second question, in which fx is available as a log x upon x, and you have to show that it is having maximum value at x is equal to e. When there is a talk of a maxima and minima, you will go for a evaluation of a local maxima and minima value at a particular point, because no interval is being defined here and nothing range is also given to you. So process of evaluation of maxima and minima will remain same what up to now we have discussed. Means first of all, as per the availability of the function, first you will move for a first derivative, make your first derivative 0, find out the x solution, and at that x solution you will find out its second derivative. Check out solution of second derivative at the derived value of x. Find out its sign, positive or negative. If it is negative at the particular x, it will be maxima. If it is positive at the particular value of x, it will be minima. So the same step here we are going to implement regarding the given question form. So let's start with the given function is log x upon x as the availability of the question. Numerator and denominator both are carrying variable form. So here you will implement f by g form for writing its first derivation. So make a differentiator with respect to x here. So your f dash x, as here we are going to implement your f by g form. So this is your g square, keeping your g over here, differentiation of log x. That method everybody is clear about, minus this log x you keep here, and this will give you the differentiation of x. Write the particular derivative. This is x into differentiation of log x is 1 by x minus log of x, differentiation of x is 1 upon x square. Here this will be cut. So finally it is 1 minus log of x upon x square. This is your first derivative. This will be proceed for evaluation of x value. So here only we go for writing x evaluation. So here next step is for maxima or minima, f dash x you will consider as a 0. That means 1 minus log x upon x square you will take it 0. So from here what will you have? 1 minus log x as a 0. So finally you can say log x is equal to 1. Here nothing is available. That means this log is carrying with base e. Means this e you can consider over here. So it is written in a log form. It can be expressed as exponent form. So it will be your x is equal to e. For this value evaluation, you will talk about the second derivative. So let's start with again this first derivative. Proceed for second one. Now as f dash x you are having is 1 minus log x upon x square. Now here also you can see numerator as well as denominator both are carrying your x variable term. So again implement your f by g form for writing for the differentiation. So now differentiate with respect to x. F dash x, what will you have here? Square of this g means x square whole square. Keeping x square over here, make a differentiation of 1 minus log of x. Minus is compulsory. 1 minus log x you keep as such. Now you will write differentiation of x square. That method now up to now I think all are clear about. Now it will be turned as x4 x square Here differentiation of 1 is 0, differentiation of minus log x is minus 1 upon x. Then minus you keep as such, 1 minus log x, differentiation of x square means 2x. Now here we try to make some more solution, cut x to x, here you will left with minus plus minus x minus 2x, 1 minus log of x over x power 4. Now here you can see that x is common over here, so it can be sought out, minus 1 minus 2, 1 minus log of x. Here x we have taken common, so it is your x cube. So this way solution you can write it down. Now here you can see minus you can take common. So 1 minus 2 minus minus plus 1 minus log of x over x cube. Now it is to be sought out at x is equal to e. Now here you see 1 minus log of x you are getting as a 0, and this x you can substitute as a e. So finally it will turn with a negative quantity. So go for substitution over here, x as a e. So here you can say at x is equal to e, your f dash e will turn is minus 1 plus this whole expression value is 0. If you substitute x is a e with base e will give you 1, and 1 minus 1 will turn to 0 upon e cube. Means finally this term will turn to 0. So finally you are having negative term. This is being a positive quantity, but it is multiplied with the negative one. So finally at x is equal to e, here negative solution you have produced. So here we can say that s f dash e is less than 0, therefore fx is maxima at x is equal to a. And for this only we were searching out what the maximum value is, that we are not interested over here. In some of the question, if it is being asked that what the maximum value is, that also you can find it out. X is equal to e, substitute in a main function, this will turn to 1 upon e, that will be the maximum value at x is equal to e. So that way you have to handle the question based on the different type of combination. Now next we are going to move towards the question number 3. This is the one of the important form. Now in third question, first look at the statement or the language of the question, what it is being given and what we have to find it out. Here what the question is, the two sides of an isosceles triangle with fixed base, means its value of the base is being fixed, it is not going to vary, so it is to be considered as a constant term. So with the base b we are having isosceles triangle are decreasing at the rate of 3 cm per second. So we are suppose that the another two sides means which are equal in a triangle is your a. So rate of decrease, it is decreasing means dA by dt is available as minus 3. It is decreasing, that's why minus we have to take. Now what we have to find out, how fast is the area decrease, means if suppose area we are going to take as a, so rate of change of area dA by dt we have to find it out, and it is being written with the decrease, means obviously it will come out with the negative quantity. When the two equal sides are equal to its base. So at which conditions we have to find out the rate of decrease of the area? When your base, means B, and the another sides, that is A, became same, means we will find out dA by dt at A is equal to B. So these are the 2-3 conditions available in the question, and for that we will work out. Now here you see, we are having one triangle with two sides equal and base B. These are the two sides equal. Let us consider as A, B and C. This is your base B with the fixed length. These are the two equal sides we will consider as A. Even you can consider it as another one as X, Y, whatever you want to. As B is available, so we have taken it as A. Now here you have to work out about the area. So obviously height will be required for a isosceles triangle. So let altitude is being drawn over here, and let this point of intersection be D. Normally you know it is the isosceles triangle property that altitude is drawn from the opposite side to the third one. It is perpendicular to the base. So here it is your 90 degree. Now we will find out what will be the area for this isosceles triangle. So first of all, we required its base and its height to find out the area. So base is available with the B, so direct we can implement. But height is AD is not available, so that is to be found it out over here. Now this is again the property of the isosceles triangle, that if you join or if you draw a altitude from the vertex opposite to the base, which is a not equal to sign, it bisect the third side. Means you can say that BD is your B by 2. Same your CD is also B by 2. Now you can consider any of these triangle to find out your AD solution. So here we are going to talk about this triangular one. So let AD perpendicular to your BC and AD bisects side BC. That means your BD will become half of this B. Now we talk about a triangle A, B and D, in which with respect to this angle it is became altitude, this is became base, and this is became hypotenuse. So this altitude we are interested to find out as a height is required over here. So let us consider triangle A, B and D. Here measurement of the angle A, D and B is your 90 degree, as it is being a perpendicular. So AB square is equal to AD square plus BD square. From here AD is the required form, so this is AB square minus BD square. These two we are knowing. AB, that means A, and BD means B by 2. It's a whole square. Make it a square, that is B square by 4. So keep just now as such, or if you write this one inside the square root, that will also be considered as a side. From here you can take the LCM over here. So this is 4A square minus B square. 4 it will be coming out with the square root. So it will give you under root 4A square minus B square upon 2. This is the length of your AD. Now we are interested to find area of this triangle. So let's find it out. Area of triangle A, B and C. Let it mark as a delta, or A also you can write. It will be what? Half base into height. These two parameters we are having here. BC already we have taken as a B. So these two we are going to write over here. That is half. BC means B. AD means 1 upon 2 under root 4A square minus B square. So this is your area what you are having in your hand. So in short form you can say this is B by 4 under root 4A square minus B square. Now here we have to find out rate of change of area when decrease in the side is available to you. Means here B is became a constant quantity. So both the side we will make a differentiation with respect to time. Then only rate of change with respect to the secant you can find it out. So here differentiate with respect to t. So this is d delta upon dt. B is being constant, so B by 4 you keep as such. This is a variable term in which 4 is also a constant quantity, B is also a constant quantity. So first of all with respect to this square root it is to be differentiated. So it is 1 by 2 4 A square minus B square. Further A is being a variable, so it will give you differentiation as a 4 into 2A dA by dt. Now try to make out somewhat solution. Here 4 and 2, this 4 and 2 cut. So finally here we are having is AB upon under root 4A square minus B square dA by dt. In the beginning of the question it is available that a rate of decrease of a side of isosceles triangle is a minus 3. Means what is the given? dA by dt is available as a minus 3 centimeter per second. So that we can substitute over here. This is rate of change of area AB upon under root 4A square minus B square, that is minus 3. Now this is to be evaluated as at A is equal to B. So here d delta by dt at A is equal to B. So here everywhere all the A you will replace by B. So this is your minus 3 B square upon under root 4B square minus B square, means minus 3B square upon under root 3B square. From outside the square root it can be written as this is rate of change of your area minus 3B square. It will be sorted out as under root 3 into B. So this B be cut. This power also you can make adjust under root 3B. So this is the rate of change of area when both the sides are having same length. So this will be your d delta by dt is minus 3 under root B centimeter square per second. Being area, its unit will be centimeter square. So this is also one of the different type of question. Up to now we have not attended any question of this category. Now next we are going to move for question number 5, in which points are available in a parametric form, and you have to find out that distance of normal from the origin is being a constant. Now we are going to discuss next question, question number 5, in which you have to show that normal at any point theta to this curve is at a constant distance from origin. First we try to understand what the meaning of the question. Here these 2 points are available to you. So first we have to find out the equation of normal, and for that purpose first of all we required slope of a normal. So first we will find out dy by dx, and on basis of that slope of the normal we will define. Now secondly, convert this equation of a normal in a standard equation of a line, and from this line distance from the origin we will find out, and that is to be proved as a constant quantity. So this is also one of the important question. So first of all, your first step is to find out slope of the normal, and in order to that first we will find out dx by dt, d theta, dy by d theta, make them divide and find out slope of the tangent, and then you write slope of normal. So first of all, we start with the x, differentiate with respect to theta. Here you can see the third variable is theta. So here product of the two variable is being written. So product rule you will implement to find it out. It's a derivation. So this will give you dx by d theta. Differentiation of cos we know, minus sine of theta. Here a is being a constant quantity. First of all, differentiation of theta will be 1. So sine theta keep as such. Secondly, keeping theta as such, differentiation of sine you will write as a cos. So this is a final derivation you are getting is minus a sine of theta plus a sine of theta. Here also make it multiply with the a to the second combination. These two are cutting. A theta cos theta you are having as a dx by d theta. Same way you will proceed about the y variable. So this is to be differentiated with respect to theta. You will have the expression as dy by d theta. A differentiation of sine is cos, minus a keeping outside. Differentiation of theta is 1, so 1 cos of theta. Differentiation of cos we know it is minus, so this theta into minus sine of theta. Now make them separate out, multiply by a, minus minus plus a theta sine of theta. These two will cut. So this will again give you single combination as a theta sine theta. Now we have to find out slope of a line. So first slope of tangent you can say, that is dy by dx. Here we are talking about the parametric form. So it is to be turned as dy by d theta and dx by d theta. Dy by d theta, that means a theta sine of theta. This is a theta cos of theta. Make them cut. Sine by cos means tan theta. Here you are having as a slope of tangent. Here you can define slope of a normal as minus 1 upon tan theta. So next we will write, and suppose we will take it as m1. So slope of normal we can write as m2 minus 1 upon m1. So that will give you minus 1 upon tan theta, or you can say minus cos by sine, reciprocal of the tangent form. Now this slope you will use to find out equation of normal at given 2 points. So let's start with the given 2 point to find it out equation of normal. So next we will write equation of normal at a given point, and normal, or you can say slope, and at slope minus cos theta upon sine theta. So that will give you y minus y1. y1, that means the whole expression. Here you will write a sine of theta minus a theta cos of theta. Then slope of the normal minus cos of theta upon sine of theta. Then x minus x1. x1 means this whole one, that is a cos of theta plus a theta sine theta. So this way equation of normal you can write. Now it is to be sought out for a normal form. Now this sin theta you make multiply over here, minus cos theta you make a multiply over there. So that will give you y sin theta minus a sin square theta minus minus plus a theta sin theta cos of theta. This much you will have over here on multiplying, cross multiply by sin. Now here this whole three terms to be multiplied with minus cos. So that will give you minus x cos of theta. This minus minus turn to plus. So as such these two signs are to be considered as a cos square theta and plus a theta sin theta cos of theta. Now here you can see a theta cos theta, a theta sin theta cut. Now rewrite the remaining combinations. Y sin of theta minus a sin square theta minus x cos of theta plus a cos square theta. Now shift these two terms towards that side. That is give you x cos of theta plus y sin of theta minus a sin square theta minus a cos square theta is equal to 0. Here minus a you can take common, so identity you will generate, that is sin square theta plus cos square theta. Means this will turn to 1. This whole expression is a basic identity. So x cos of theta plus y sin of theta minus a is equal to 0. So this is the equation of normal in form of a straight line we have shown. Now what we have to find out, the last point is a distance from the origin. So that we will write over here is distance. This is a equation of normal. Distance from origin to normal. From origin we are talking about, that means this distance you can write as a p. So this will give you this minus a upon under root cos square theta plus sin square theta, means c upon under root a square plus b square. So that only we have written. Being a modulus value, this will give you a only. This will be 1. So p you can take as a modulus of a, which is a constant quantity. So this way this distance you have turned as a constant quantity. So this way this is one of the important question with the different category based on tangent and normal. So in next lecture some more question we will discuss about maxima, minima and different category. Till then you try to find out some solution for given illustration before this exercise. Thank you.